Welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica, and today we are doing a Wip Chat. If you guys don't know what WIP stands for, it stands for Work in Progress. So what you can do is bring out your own works in progress, or if you want, just listen to me ramble while you do whatever it is that you want to do. We can get started. So I'm still working on Aquarius. Let me see if I can move my camera just a bit. Well, no. Anyway, I'm getting close to being done with this row. It's a lot of color blocking here, so it might take me some time because I only have a 4-placer. I have a bigger multi-placer, but I don't really want to use that just yet. I feel comfortable using a 4-placer at the moment. I might upgrade on my next canvas. I hope everyone's doing okay today. It is Thursday, and I'm hoping to get this out later on today. If not, it'll be up on Friday. If you guys haven't, maybe get yourself some refreshment. I got some iced coffee here, as you can hear the clinking. And, yeah. So, I want to apologize. I forgot to mention last week to say thank you guys because I reached 100 subscribers. I meant to say thank you to everyone last week, and it completely slipped my mind. I was a little excited about the Diamond Art Club's anniversary, and I was just like really focused on that. But I want to thank you all for helping me reach 100 subscribers. I also want to thank Diamond Painting Claire for the shout out, and everyone else who's helped me reach 100. I really didn't think I would get to this point. I've been only doing this for almost a year, if I recall correctly, because I think when my first videos was around in May, and I remember talking about how my two youngest was they were graduating kindergarten. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm going to ask my husband if we could swing to maybe do a gift card or something like that. So I'll talk to him and see what I can do for you guys for helping me out so much. But yeah, anyway, let's continue on to the rambles of the week, because it's been a bit, not like a crazy busy week, thankfully. The sun's just in my face, just enough when I move. All right, well, we'll see if I can handle this before I have to get up and close the blinds. But I think I last left you guys talking about the twins' birthday. They had a blast on Tuesday, so. And then we talked about they had a performance, but then on Thursday, my oldest, Nicole, she had her own performance. They did a ukulele thing, and she was so nervous, the poor kid, but she did excellent. I think like her entire grade, they played 5 songs, and of course, one of the songs is something that we all sing as a family because it's just so silly and it's Shake It Off. So I'm like trying to make sure the kids aren't like, her brother and sister aren't like just, starting to dance and sing, because we're like supposed to be respecting her and, listen. And what's funny was the principal, like before the whole thing, the principal was like, please don't wave at your children, and while they're performing, they're focusing really hard, clap when, it's time to clap and everything. And then after he was done saying that, Jaina immediately starts waving to Nicole, and I pull her hand down, I'm like, he's just said, don't wave or anything. And she goes, I didn't know. I'm like, of course not, because you weren't listening. So it was just, it was funny. But we looked around again to see if we could find anyone else's artwork. And we didn't. My son was a little upset, because he didn't really have a lot of artwork put up. But I have a sneaking suspicion on why. because his sisters had a lot of their artwork put up. He loves, like I mentioned before, doing states, flags, space, whatnot. I have a feeling that he doesn't listen too well to the assignments sometimes, and he just does his own thing because he keeps trying to make maps. He likes to copy and make maps from atlases and stuff like that instead. And it's like, yes, but sometimes you need to do what the art assignment is, which is, whatever they're assigning you. And you can't do your own thing. Because you can only have so many maps of the same thing over and over again. Because that's what he does. He's hyper focused on a thing. So it's kind of hard to get him out of that. But yeah, more on last week. My oldest, Nicole, she did really well with her Word Masters challenge. If you guys don't know what a Word Masters challenge is, I don't know if this is like statewide or like all throughout the U.S. or it's just in her area, but at least I know in the district it's in there. Excuse me. But it's basically for her gifted and talented class. They have a series of words that they're supposed to learn the definition of, and are able to use it in a sentence. And then she's supposed to like answer a question. Like they give her a sheet of questions. I think it's like 25 words she's supposed to memorize. Excuse me. But it's like 3 times a year they get this challenge. And so she did really well on the first challenge. I think she scored a 14. If you score anywhere between a 10 to 15, you're doing great. If you score over, that's excellent. I think she scored like a 14 on the first one. And then they had the second one, she scored a 15. And what they do like on the second and third Wordmaster challenge is that they mix words from the previous challenge that year, so that way you have to make sure you memorize all the previous challenges words as well. So I think she got a 14 and then a 15, and then this last one she got in a 14. So I feel like she did really well. And then she also had like a math thing that was like for her gifted and talented class, and she got an award for that. So we have that hanging on the fridge right now. She like came home and gave me a piece of paper, and it's just like she loves math, man. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. But she did a really good job, and now she's nervous because this whole week is just testing, and I feel bad for her because she's just like, I'm so done with testing, but she's happy because apparently today is math. The last 2 days were, let's see, she had to do writing first and then reading yesterday. And now today's math. So she's, her favorite subject. So she's just like, I get to do this. And I'm like, yep. Just make sure you're double checking your work. She has a tendency of, she knows she's smart, but sometimes she doesn't proofread what she does. She just speeds through it. And it's like, you got to slow down and look what you're doing, because there's been times where I catch a mistake at first and she wants to argue about it. She's very argumentative. She gets that from her daddy. I don't care what anyone says. That's her daddy. Okay, well, maybe a little bit for me too. I can be stubborn as well. But yeah, I told her just take it easy, good luck, So she's excited about today's at least. And I hope that she's doing well. The poor kid, when something just gets hard though, she'll immediately give up, and it's just like, you can't give up just because something got slightly hard. Because like I said, she is smart, but things come to her very easily, and she catches on. But the moment it seems like something needs to be a little bit extra work, she kind of folds quickly. So I've been trying to encourage that she needs to just keep trying if she made a mistake or something. So, and it seems to be doing. She seems to be doing better this year compared to last year, where she was just like, "Well, I can't do it, so I'm not going to bother." So At least we got to that point now, so that's good. Um, let's see. I don't think anything happened Friday except trying to get ready for the birthday party. Um, I was kind of nervous because no one RSVP'd. Only our neighbors said that they were coming, and then my oldest mentioned something about a teacher over at the school asking her what Michael and Jana wanted for their birthday, and I'm like, why is she asking that? And it's like the one of the people that we invited, she's her mom. He's her mom. So it's like, oh, well, she never RSVP, you know. And I was just thinking, well, maybe she still won't show up. But what we did was we made plans as if people were going to come, and if no one came, except the neighbors, we'll just like do something fun for the kids, another day, so that way, they don't feel left out or anything like that. Um, but man, Friday I decided to make galaxy cupcakes because the whole party is space themed, and they they like them. I'll see if I can insert a picture of the cupcakes here. So if you want to look up, hopefully I have the picture right there for you guys. Um, excuse me, but yeah, I feel like I did a really good job with them. I made a pink, blue, and purple icing, and then got it to swirl just nicely. It was such a pain in the butt to try and make try and put all three of the icings in one bag. Oh my goodness. Um, but I was going to do cake pops for them, but I just like I can't do this. It's too much work. um, I felt bad, but at least they enjoyed their cupcakes. And one of the kids at the party didn't enjoy them. It's only because I did like cream cheese frosting. The dad's like, yeah, he's just picky about it. Don't worry. I'm like, okay. so at least everyone else liked it. My kids liked it. I get them to. I'm so sorry. I don't know why my throat's like this right now today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm hoping I'm not like coming down with another cold or anything. My allergies started acting up again. Spent um, I spent a good portion outside yesterday, so the twins could just play and get some energy out while their oldest sister was out with her friends. But I kind of regret it because there was just so much dandelion fluff everywhere. So we still have pollen, but now it's just like you look up and there's just so much dandelions fluff just floating in the air, and I'm just not happy about that. And so like my eyes get watery, the whole drill. But it's like I risked outside again, and then I start getting a scratchy throat, and I'm like, it never fails. It never fails. Um, But yeah, so we got lucky. As I'm prepping, I'm trying to get the house clean. I was planning to make it mostly an outdoor party, so we packed a cooler full of Capri Suns for the kids, some fizzy water for the adults. My husband and I bought a bunch of snacky type things because the time we had was like 2 to 4, so just after lunch, but right before dinner. And we didn't want to make the same mistake as last time where people have already ate, like they did for Nicole's party. So what we did was just get snacky stuff. So we bought grapes and strawberries, Chex Mix, cheese for people. We cut up a bunch of cheese. Uh, um, and then like I also bought like these snack bag chips, like so they're like small little chips for everyone, like Doritos and Cheetos and stuff like that. And then I then I was trying to blow up this inflatable burrito for the dodgeball game. It's called Throw Burrito, and I bought the outdoor version, which had a 3 foot inflatable burrito. And 30 minutes before the party, we started trying to blow up these 2 burritos. Man, that sucked. And my husband was still blowing up the burrito when the kids started showing up. So only one kid showed up. That wasn't the neighbors. Of course, it was the one that Nicole mentioned. And I was just like thinking, man, you're a teacher. You should know better. You should RSVP. But I didn't say anything, you know. But it was just like, it was in my mind, like, because I'm like, I almost canceled the party, to be honest, and just had the kids go, well, we're going to take the kids miniature golfing and, take them to a nice little restaurant that they wanted and, give them a really fun birthday party. But luckily I didn't. And she got in presents for both Michael and Jana, too, which I was very shocked. I wasn't expecting anyone to give presents to them because there's 2 of them instead of 1 of them for a birthday party. So I was very shocked, to be quite honest. I was like, please don't worry, but apparently, she didn't, she did, so that was really cool. So this kid that came to the party is the same kid that my youngest, Jana, she's like, I'm going to marry him one day. And I laugh because she's like, was like madly in love with the, kid crushes. And he's the kid that for Valentine's Day got her, a separate gift bag compared to everyone else. And if you hear that noise, that's the trash coming by. So I'm sorry. It's just going to be a little bit loud for a little bit. But yeah, she's like, I'm going to marry him. And we laughed because she's been like this since kindergarten. And then a few weeks ago, she was all like, we broke up. He broke up with me because he wanted to marry someone else. But that's okay. We're still best friends. And I'm just thinking, well, that's good. And you can tell that they are like really good friends. And I was talking to his mom about it. And she goes, yeah, I told him to break up with her because he's too young to get married. And I just laughed. I'm like, they're just kids. It's not like it's a big deal or anything. They're not going to really get married. But, I didn't tell her that he apparently is going to marry someone else now. But, So the party was pretty well. I felt kind of bad. I felt scatterbrained because I'm not used to doing birthday parties. I mean, like, Nicole's was the first time we did a birthday party this year. Normally our birthdays consist of spending time with the family and then, doing whatever the kids want for that day, what they want to eat, and then that's pretty much it. But, so I was just like, do you guys want to, some of the snack? Do you guys want to do this? And it's just kind of, I'm like trying to figure things out. Luckily, I made the party 2 hours. The kids were a little bit upset because I didn't make 3 hours, but I was just like, I don't think I can handle doing a 3-hour party like last time. No, thank you. So I tried to set up the outside thing. Everyone marched outside, and they started playing with just the burrito that we had, the one that we inflated. But they didn't want to play the dodgeball game. They just wanted to play tag with each other with the darn thing. So that's what they did. And they did that for about, I want to say 20 minutes, just chasing each other on the driveway / front yard, just, running after each other, throwing the burrito or like smacking each other, going tag, and then running off. And I was like, okay. And then one of the kids goes, I'm really thirsty. Can I get something? I'm like, yeah, sure. Let me go and get everything. And I was going to go inside to get the cooler and bring it out. But then that had everyone march in, like with the adults and everything. I'm like, okay, so we're going inside now. So that meant like I had to, break down the table that I had outside for the dodgeball game. And I was just like, well, that was kind of a bust because we're going to play outside, but they all wanted to go inside because it was so hot. Speaking of, yeah, I know I'm wearing long sleeves, but my husband loves to keep the AC at a certain temperature, and I get cold very easily. So even though it's now like 80 degrees, 90, getting close to 90 degrees outside, inside, like right where I sit, the vent kind of hits my neck just the right way to make me go, I'm freezing. So, so I like to keep myself a little bit warmer in the house. But when I go outside, it's sweltering. Oh my god. Yeah. So the kids were like, all we're hot, and I'm like thinking it's only 70 degrees this time. Guys are gonna be miserable in next week. But I set up the Jenga that we were supposed to play outside. We had it set up for them to play on the floor, and just let them have at it. Gave them snacks. One of the kids, he wanted to play with Michael's toys, like his race cars and stuff like that. And his dad was like, is it okay if he does that? I'm like, yeah, sure, as long as he picks up his mess, because he has a tendency of not picking his things up at his home. And then he's like, so the dad's like, you hear that? You're gonna have to clean that up. And of course the kid makes a face and all that fun stuff. I'm like, yeah, I know his dad's gonna make him do that, so I'm not too worried. But it was a really good party overall. Like, I feel like I did an okay job, but like I said, I was a bit scatterbrained. So what happened was, like, after they had they played like games, they kind of chased each other a bit. And then we went to get cupcakes, and then everyone wanted to go back outside, so they ran outside again. But then I forgot about the presents and the gift bags. By that point, it was 4 o'clock, and the mom had to leave with her son, and the neighbors were like, we came back inside with the neighbors' kids, and then opened the presents. And then I said goodbye to them after that. Like, I was thanking them and everything. And we were saying goodbye. And I'm like, oh no, the gift bags that I prepped. So I had Nicole at least go to the neighbor's house and give them their gift bags. But I feel bad because I forgot to give the gift bags to them, to the other kid. And so I prepped like several gift bags just in case. And now I got to figure out what to do with all these little toys and things. I tried to get things that weren't going to be like tossed away, if that makes sense. So I bought like let me see if I can. I have one over here actually. So I bought these necklaces, and I gotta fix this one for my daughter. She yanked it off the chain, but it's like galaxy type things. It doesn't look all like this. Some of them looks like nebulas. They're not all rainbow colored. She picked this one out because, she likes rainbows. But it's on like this little gold chain kind of thing. But yeah, it's like I gotten that because I feel like that's something people can use. It's not going to be something that's, tossed away. I got like poppets. Excuse me. I got some poppets. They weren't galaxy, unfortunately. And then I got like a stress ball, like a galaxy type stress ball. And then actually I can show you the pencil because I wanted to keep one for myself. But it's a like holographic pencil. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. It looks silver through the camera, but it's holographic. It's like it has rainbows and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's space theme all the way. And then with those pencils, I got like little notebooks that had sort of space and galaxy type themes. So I was like trying to keep it where things would be useful, but weren't going to be like, trash immediately, if that makes sense. And then of course I put a ring pop and then some other candy in there too, because sugar up the kids. They're not mine. No, I'm kidding. But I just wanted to make it well rounded at least. But yeah, it was just like the kids were so excited. They gotten let's see, they gotten from us, like we didn't even give them their main gifts, which is funny. They got from us at the time was just these digital kid cameras, so they can point and click and just take pictures of things that they find interesting. And what would we do would just go through it and delete some stuff. um, but let's see. But with the neighbors, they got my son a Hot Wheels track. They got my daughter a Barbie. Um, the uh, the other kid that came by, they gotten $25 gift cards from Amazon from him. So, so what we did was I went on Amazon with them that night, and we went and picked out a couple of things. I'm like, okay, if it goes a little over, it's okay, but you can't go crazy. So let's see what you guys really want. So with Jaina, she gotten like these I Love Rainbows craft kit, and that was like $14. And I'm like, okay, you can get something else with it. And then it was like plush craft, and it was like this fabric stuff you can punch into a foam thing, so it was like a unicorn. So it was like she's making a unicorn right now with it. So, and then with my son, we didn't get him he's gotten a set. It's called Celestial Buddies, and it's just basically stuffed. It's like stuffed animals, but like planets instead. And he didn't get any for his birthday this time. We meant to, but we weren't sure if anyone else was going to get him a celestial buddy or not, because we weren't sure. So we waited to see if anyone was. And he's already gotten like the Earth. He has the moon and the sun, and then also a black hole. And the black hole is a bag that you can stuff all the planets and stars in. So, what he did was he picked out Pluto and its moon, and that was just like $26 altogether. So he was just like happy as can be, like, because he gets to add more to his collection. So I think that by the end of the year, what we're going to do is we'll probably get the kids something as a celebration or something. And I would think we'll get him another celestial buddy, just to help things out. I think he wants to get like Jupiter or Saturn, I think, next. I'm not sure. But we could also just go down the list, in order, start actually getting him other planets too. I don't know. But let's see. But yeah, we did pretty good. The kids got to pick out their place that they want to eat, and they did that on Friday, and it was so cute. So I asked them, "What do you guys want to eat for your as your birthday dinner?" Because they didn't get to do that on Tuesday with the performance and everything. I was just like I made like spaghetti that night instead, so that way it's just quick and easy, and because we had to get going to the performance. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Excuse me. And they sat down and they wrote down all the restaurants that they knew, like McDonald's, Wendy's, Subway, Five Guys, Papa John's, Taco Bell, and then additional others, and it was so cute. Because it was like, Michael was just like, "Do you want McDonald's?" And I ixnayed McDonald's. I'm like, "I know you guys love McDonald's, but we just had it for your lunch on Tuesday. No, we're not doing that." So that got crossed out. And then it was just like, he goes, "Do you want Taco Bell?" And she's like, "No." And they crossed it out. And then she wanted something else. And he goes, "No." And they crossed it out. And it was funny because he wanted Chinese food. And she's just like, Or like this seafood restaurant we also go to. Got ixnayed. That one of the Mexican restaurants we go to, that got ixnayed. And then it started getting whittled really down. And I'm like, all right, how about this? choose your top 3 places that you want to eat, and then we'll see if there's something matching. And there was. And they both agreed on going to this one pizza place. Not Papa John's or Pizza Hut, but like one of the pizza places that's in the area. They love to eat. It's a rare to get because it's a bit of a drive to get there. But the slices are so huge and they're really good. So we got in that after everyone left after the party. My husband went out and went to go pick that stuff up. For the kids, and it was weird because I think Gina started getting run down, and we were kind of worried that she was getting sick because she didn't really eat much of her pizza at all. But man, she passed out that night. She was exhausted, and we still didn't give her or him our gifts for the official gifts. I mean, like we gave them the camera or something, but we didn't really give them their main gifts. We meant to, like, after the party, but it was just, like, with everything going on, it was just, like, we just forgot. But it didn't seem like they mattered too much. They were, like, vegging out by the time after the party. So much excitement, man. Let's see. I thought that with everything that they would sleep well that night, but I felt like I got transported back to when my son was like 2 years old. And what I mean by this is when he was a toddler, he could not sleep very well, especially once we transitioned him to a toddler bed. And he would wake us up multiple times in a night, going on about how he couldn't sleep and he needed us to do something for him. And a lot of times it was because his blanket would fall off the bed. And he needed us to put it back on the bed for us. Like, he would literally run to our room and go, I can't sleep, my blanket fell off. And we would have to stumble our way into the room, put the blanket on, and then get him to sleep. Or he would run to us, I need to go use the restroom, bypassing the bathroom that, he runs across because he has to walk down the hallway to our room. And there's a bathroom down that hallway. Ignores it completely. Even though I have night lights shining the entire hallway, I have a night light in that bathroom that lights up. Like, it's not dark in there at all with their night light, honestly. Doesn't matter. Goes to us, which is darker than the other rooms. And I'm scared. I need to go to the bathroom. Just go to the bathroom. But yeah, that was like our life for a while when he was a toddler. And it didn't stop until he was almost 4. And it was like, oh man. But yeah, I felt like I got transported like that on that Saturday. And the reason why was he came into our room. I can't sleep. My bed's not comfortable. And no matter what we did, the bed would never be comfortable enough. This kid, I'm going to tell you, he sleeps on the corner of his bed. So the top corner has a full-size bed. Doesn't even use it. Just sleeps in the corner. And wonders why he can't sleep well. I'm like, dude, you need to spread out. That's why. I took the dinosaur off his bed, and because he has this giant dinosaur that we got him for Christmas. We took that off his bed and said, okay, try and do, try and sleep in the middle of the bed. And he would literally come in about 10-15 minutes later. Oh, I can't sleep. You can tell that he's not even trying to sleep at this point. He's just got to the point where he's like, nope, can't sleep, going to keep you up. So after, I think, the third time, I kind of got fed up and frustrated. And I just said, okay, let's go downstairs. and we went downstairs. I made a spot on the couch. Sorry, that's the table. Sorry, didn't mean to sniffle so much. So I made a spot on the couch for him, and I said, okay, try and sleep here. And it took him a while. At first, I started playing on my phone. I sat on a different part of the couch, away from him. And I had the phone directed away so he wouldn't have the light shining on him or anything like that. And I can't sleep with that on. So I had to sit in the dark waiting for this kid to fall asleep. Excuse me. But anyway, he took forever to fall asleep. And then he also, oh my goodness, so I think I nodded off for a moment, and it was like late at night at this point. When we went downstairs, I think it was like 3:00 or 3:00 or 3:30, and I think I nodded off maybe past 4, and I woke up a little bit near 6:00, and then I kind of sat there in the dark again, noticing the light starting to come through the blinds from the office. And I'm thinking, maybe I can go upstairs and go to sleep in bed and actually get some sleep in. And as I'm like debating this, and he starts moving, and I'm like, oh no, because even though he's so hard to wake up in the mornings, after 6:30, he's wide awake. Like he'll wake up around 6:30 on, and then he wakes up the entire household. So when he started moving all over the place, it was about 6:30, and he wakes up and he goes, "I feel so much better. I'm awake now." I'm like, no. We're going to go upstairs and try and get some sleep, okay? Let's not be loud. Everyone's still sleeping, and he's just wanting to chit chat. He's wanting to He's just wanting to, have a conversation. And I'm just sitting there going, I'm really exhausted. Let's go upstairs. And then he had to go to the restroom. So I'm sitting there waiting for him to finish. And then he's just talking and talking. I'm like, shh. Like, let's go to sleep. Go to bed. And I direct him upstairs. And then I finally get upstairs. And I pass out for maybe like an hour and a half before I hear arguing from the kids. Like, why is it that they have to argue in the morning about something? But my husband took pity on me and closed the door and went downstairs and tried to keep them not being like at each other's throats. But Monday I got this little thing. So gotten this little card from him. It's like from Michael to Mom, and it's like says, "Thank you for finding a great place for me to sleep." And yeah, he has really good handwriting, by the way. But then look at this little drawing. This is like the couch and then the wedge. And I think that's like him saying that's me, which is him. And then us holding hands right here. I'm like, "Aw, why you gotta be cute?" So I'm just like, okay, you're sweet, but it's like, please don't do that again. Please don't. Luckily he hasn't done it again. I can't have him do that again. Okay, so, then on Sunday, because, I was sleeping in, my husband, decided to take him out to the park, because he bought one of the things for them that we didn't give him yet. It was like Stomp Rockets. And then they also had like RC cars. They're like stunt cars. So he wanted them to go out and just, have a blast and, play around with it. But before they went to the park and I was awake, we decided to show them their main gifts. So, and I'm glad we got them the gifts. So I know my daughter, she is a girly girl through and through, but I do want to get her toys that aren't girl centric, like dolls and things like that. I'm very much of trying to have both of them realize it's okay to play with certain things, even if it's not, if it's considered a boy toy or a girl toy or something like that. And for the most part, I feel like I've done well. Because Michael, he's not like into dolls, but he'll play with them with his sister, and he loves his stuffed animals. And Jaina, she gets the green eye monster. Whenever her brother gets like cars and stuff like that or Legos, and she doesn't. So this time around, this is why I got her the gift. I got her a Lego set, a really nice Lego set. It was like over 600 pieces, I think. So usually when Nicole and Michael are at each other's throats, they're like at each other, and they're just bickering. She's at the dining room table, and she's just content as can be, putting together her Lego set, whatever it is. She's, doesn't need help. She just does it all herself. And I'm like, okay, this kid, she needs another Lego set. So, and not like the small little sets that we get her. So, sorry, had a coughing fit. Didn't think you guys would want it to hear that. So, let's see. So like I said, we got her a Lego set, and we got Michael a Hot Wheels track set. Oh my goodness, they were so excited to see it. It was like so cute. So I told them when they got back from the park, that we would, I would help Jaina build her track, not her track, her Lego set, and Daddy would help Michael with the Hot Wheels thing. And then I asked Nicole, like, what would you like to do? Would you like to spend some time with us? Or no, she wants to play at the computer. I'm like, okay. She loves playing on her computer, man. Ever since we introduced the PC to her, she likes to play Minecraft on it. Then we have some Steam games that we allow her to play on that my husband has like a limited library for her to be able to use. So she plays things like Power Wash Simulator, House Flipper, and then like she saw me playing a thing which was like color by numbers. It was color pixels, and she wanted to try that out. And like the first part was free, and then the additional packs are like 99 cents each. So even though I have all the packs, I think she only has a couple, and she she's not like me. She loves to go from game to game to game. I'm content staying with one thing for a good few hours. She'll switch everywhere. Like one thing, let's see, 1 hour she's playing Stardew Valley. Then the next hour she's on she's on Power Wash Simulator, and then later on she's on Minecraft, and it's just like I can't keep up with that. These drills aren't perfectly straight as I like, but that's okay. We'll fix that later. But they didn't really spend too long at the park because unfortunately we had a pop-up thunderstorm, and what was funny was it was not raining at all at the house, but it poured over at the park. So they came home, pretty quickly. They only spent like I think 40 minutes or so at the park. So we decided to get started on our projects. I didn't even need to help her. All I needed to do was just put the stickers on the things so that they were perfectly aligned. And she was just like, she got it. I was just like there just to watch, I guess. And there was just a few times where it's like, where if something was just a little too hard to push down, I had to do it. I was just like, okay, I'm not needed here. She was having a blast. We finished it. Well, when I say we, she finished the entire thing in a day. And I told her that she could keep it out, because normally when they're done for the day, okay, it looks like the garbage truck's coming back now down the street, so you'll be hearing some more noise for a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. But let's see. I lost my train of thought. Oh. Normally, I have them pick up their toys and have them put it away, but I said that they could keep it out because it was so late in the evening and I wanted them to have a chance to actually play with their toys the next day. So I said, okay, you guys can keep them out, but we'll have to put them up yet soon. We haven't put them up yet. I'm just like, we really do, because the house is starting to become a mess again. So that's going to be fun, trying to convince them to do that again. Let's see. Sorry. Trying to find the letter W. It's a one I haven't really gotten. Actually, here it is. What else has happened this week? Oh, so a little bit of WoW stuff. We got into the jailer again. We got to the jailer last week. Didn't down him. We did down Rylon. We got him down before they nerfed the guy. So we got him down. But the jailer we're still kind of smacking our heads against. We did the skip method on Tuesday. So we skipped a bunch of bosses and only did Anduin, the Dreadlords, and then Rylon, and then we just kept going up against Jailer. And our best attempt was actually, we got to the third phase and we got him to 27%. So it should be possible. I think we may have to start sitting people if they keep making the same mistakes, because it's kind of like a dance with this. And you gotta follow the dance almost perfectly, or else, it's not good. So, and some of the same people keep making the same exact mistakes. So, we'll see what's going to happen. I don't know. So, but that's the little WoW bit that we had. I don't know how many people are really interested in hearing me talk about games, because I really love to talk more about it, but I'm not sure how interested you guys are. I don't much have a social life. I don't have a lot of real life friends. Mostly because I moved away from the town when I was like 19, and then I just kind of keep to myself now in this area. But I do have a lot of online friends, but we just talk a lot online. We don't go out and hang out with each other, so whatever. Excuse me. Let's see. We'll go with this color next. But yeah, I just I like talking about Animal Crossing. I'm thinking about getting back into Animal Crossing again. I've got the Animal Crossing book. I want to decorate my island some more. I don't know if I'm going to restart the island again. I don't think I want to do that, but I don't know. It's just like I want to do some stuff. I kind of want to start Twitch streaming too, like, cause especially so that way I can go back and look on the videos. Cause I would think I would stream me doing my mythics during, and then I would can at least look back on the videos and go, okay, so that's where I messed up. But I also would like to do some streaming on like days where I'm diamond painting or something like that. So I am really sorry, my throat just is, I don't know what's going on. Goodness. Let's see, what else has happened? We're going to be going after him again tonight. So, cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll get the guy down. Oh, I know one more thing we can talk about. Let's see. Let me get this diamond. And okay. So the Diamond Art Club anniversary release. So I remember how I was like, I hope I could ask him, see if I could get like one, more than one diamond painting. I got a few, and I'm like, okay, and I was really excited. I tried to do a Whip Chat yesterday, and I messed that one up. It was all over the place. So that's why I'm redoing it for today. But okay. I was like squealing at one point during the Whip Chat because my package came in. So I ordered I did 2 different orders. I know, I'm crazy. So in the first one, I was just like, I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning for the release. And my husband said it was okay to get the ones that we were talking about. It was like 4 paintings. And I'm like, are you sure? And he goes, yeah. So when the time came, I saw the prices on all 4 of them. And then I was just like, and I hovered for an hour going, maybe, no, maybe, no, maybe, no, because I felt guilty if I just spent that much money. And then I just said no. And I went to bed at like 4 something in the morning and had to wake up at 6 o'clock to get the kids ready for school. And then my husband was like, I couldn't ask my husband because he was asleep. My husband's like, did you get your stuff in the morning? I'm like, no. And I'm like, and he goes, well, why not? I'm like, because it's so expensive. And he was like, go ahead and get it. I said you could. And I was just like, are you sure? He goes, yeah, I'm sure. I'm like, okay. So I got my Sailor Moon one. I'm like really excited. I want to open it up so much, but I can't do it right now. I'm thinking about doing my nails, but I don't think I can do nail art. I want to redo my nails for that unboxing. But I don't know if I can like make a moon or anything like that. And I don't want to try and mess up my nails doing that. But I got that, and you guys know I love fairies. Love them. And there was like 2 fairies that I fell in love. So there's Amy Brown's work that, I was, when I was in high school, oh my goodness, I love her artwork when I first saw it in high school. I don't know how long she's been around, but I'm sure she's been around for longer. But that's when I first was introduced to her art, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And it's like this green fairy that's in the forest, and I got that. And then there was this other fairy that's like on a tree or something like that with a moon behind her, and it kind of made me think of the Distracted by Diamonds one that I was wanting to get. But I was like, okay, I got that one. And then of course, I like Chrysaba, so I gotten her other witch one that got released. So I got the moon one in that witch one with the 3 kitties, and then she has like the bandage on her leg and everything. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's so cute. But they're all huge paintings. I'm like, I keep telling myself I'm going to start getting smaller diamond paintings because I can't. I'm getting a little burnt out with the huge ones, and I kind of want to get a small one. But I couldn't help myself because I love these ones, and I'm like, I'm so excited. I was squealing so much, and I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to do the Sailor Moon one, but I want to do it somewhat soon because I love so much. Nicole was a little peeved when I said, this one's going in my room. She wanted it. I'm like, this is mine. But then the next day for the Saturday one, I had enough points so that way I could get 2 more paintings. And I waited because one of the paintings was sold out, the Rebirth one. So I waited till it was like released to the general public, and that was like kind of nerve-wracking because I'm also like trying to get ready for that party and stuff on Saturday. So I got it like right when it was like low stock. I realized, oh gosh, it's they're doing the release right now. I need to get online and actually get these 2 that I was saying I was going to get. So I was a little worried that I wasn't going to get it and I was going to get my money refunded, but they just sent a notification that it's being sent and I should get it Saturday, I think. So I'm like excited. I got like 2 more and I didn't have to pay anything but the shipping. Yay! So I was really, really happy about that. I was just like, oh my goodness. And now I'm back to no buy for a while. Cause yeah, I think I am going to, once I start working on my next diamond painting, I'm definitely going to upgrade from my 4 placer to maybe try and do a 6 placer or so. Just so I can go a little bit faster. I feel comfortable working with a 4 placer now. It's just I'm like, I want to get going. I want to fill this out because it's just like, it's almost done. And I'm like trying to get it done. But Moon Elf is almost done too. So when I took the kids outside, I know I'm all over the place. When I took the kids outside yesterday, I started working on Moon Elf because I didn't want to drag this huge thing out. And then I got a section down. And then when we got back inside, I'm looking at it and going, you know, I could probably knock some stuff out. And I got, let's see, I got like 3 sections knocked out of that. So I am down to like 4 left. I'm on the last row and there's like 4 more sections left. So I'm like, I could probably get this done over the weekend. So I may put this up tomorrow because since tonight's a rain night, I don't feel like moving this all over the place because I roll this up and put it on my computer desk. I think tomorrow I'm going to be working on Moon Elf until it's finished. So I don't know I'm kind of excited about that because that means that I have another finish and then I can focus on this and not worry about anything else. So, I'm going to do that. I was going to work on a smaller diamond painting after I was done with this, but I did promise my son that I was going to work on that Randall Spangler because he's the only one without a diamond painting for me. He has some from his Nana, but I think he wants one for me because I did one for Jana's room and I did one for Nicole's room, so he deserves to get one too. It's just that I don't know if I can do another huge one just yet, but I might do it just for him. And then I can go focus on a smaller one, especially since it's like there's like a princess event next month. So, and I have that Rapunzel and it's slightly smaller, so I could technically do that next month. Question mark. There is stuff that I wanted to do this year. Like there's a Star Wars event going on. But it's just, I can't. And then there's just so many events that's going to go on. And I want to do all the events. But, I can't do all the events. Especially when the kids are home. So, that's going to probably have to be, some of the events that I want to do is going to have to be put on the back burner. One more thing. Did you guys see the release that they did yesterday on Wednesday? The Zodiac Witches? I want them so bad, and I can't get them. They're so expensive. They're not expensive. They're like $50 each compared to like some of the diamond paintings, but I can't get all 12 because they're limited edition. I was like, when I first saw them on the sneak peeks on Tuesday, I was like, okay, I could get them, and slowly build my collection up. And then when I logged on yesterday just to see the pricing and to put them on my wish list, they were all, limited edition. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't just like buy 1 or 2 of them because I've only bought one of the Josephine Wall's Zodiac, but I wanted to collect them all, and I couldn't, But now it's like, I really wanted to get all of them, and now I'm not going to get any of them because I can't do that, because I wanted to do like the whole collection. It looks so cool. So I'm a little bitter by that, but I have plenty of diamond paintings. I don't need more, but it was just like I still wanted to put it in my wish list, but can't do that now. Grumble, grumble. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I think we've had a lot. I said a lot about nothing, honestly. I know I talk about a lot about my kids, but like I said, I don't really have a social life. But I do hope you guys like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!